Do not mind anything that anyone tells you about anyone else. Judge everyone and everything for yourself. It takes an endless amount of history to make even a little tradition. The right time is any time that one is still so lucky as to have. 3 things in human life are important. The first is to be kind. The second is to be kind. And the third is to be kind. We work in the dark. We do what we can. We give what we have. Our doubt is our passion, and our passion is our task. The rest is the madness of art. Experience is never limited, and it is never complete. It is an immense sensibility, a kind of huge spider web of the finest silken threads suspended in the chamber of consciousness, and catching every airborne particle in its tissue. There are 2 kinds of taste: the taste for emotions of surprise and the taste for emotions of recognition. Summer afternoon. Summer afternoon. To me, those have always been the 2 most beautiful words in the English language. Live all you can. It's a mistake not to. It doesn't so much matter what you do in particular, so long as you have your life. If you haven't had that, what have you had? Money's a horrid thing to follow, but a charming thing to meet. A man who pretends to understand women is bad manners. For him to really to understand them is bad morals. It takes a great deal of history to produce a little literature. What is character but the determination of incident? What is incident but the illustration of character? There are few hours in life more agreeable than the hour dedicated to the ceremony known as afternoon tea. It is art that makes life, makes interest, makes importance, and I know of no substitute whatever for the force and beauty of its process. If I were to live my life over again, I would be an American. I would steep myself in America. I would know no other land. I think I don't regret a single excess of my responsive youth. I only regret, in my chilled age, certain occasions and possibilities I didn't embrace. It is, I think, an indisputable fact that Americans are, as Americans, the most self-conscious people in the world, and the most addicted to the belief that the other nations of the earth are in a conspiracy to undervalue them. The superiority of one man's opinion over another's is never so great as when the opinion is about a woman. The only obligation to which in advance we may hold a novel, without incurring the accusation of being arbitrary, is that it be interesting. I hate American simplicity. I glory in the piling up of complications of every sort. If I could pronounce the name James in any different or more elaborate way, first should be in favor of doing it. Under certain circumstances, there are few hours in life more agreeable than the hour dedicated to the ceremony known as afternoon tea. To criticize is to appreciate, to appropriate, to take intellectual possession, to establish and find a relation with the criticized thing and to make it one's own. The only success worth one's powder was success in the line of one's idiosyncrasy. What was talent but the art of being completely whatever one happened to be? Young men of this class never do anything for themselves that they can get other people to do for them, and it is the infatuation, the devotion, the superstition of others that keeps them going. These others in 99 cases out of 100 are women. People talk about the conscience, but it seems to me one must just bring it up to a certain point and leave it there. You can let your conscience alone if you're nice to the second housemaid. It's a complex fate, being an American, and one of the responsibilities it entails is fighting against a superstitious valuation of Europe. One might enumerate the items of high civilization, as it exists in other countries, which are absent from the texture of American life, until it should become a wonder to know what was left. Though there are some disagreeable things in Venice, there is nothing so disagreeable as the visitors. The face of nature and civilization in this our country is to a certain point a very sufficient literary field. But it will yield its secrets only to a really grasping imagination. To write well and worthily of American things one need even more than elsewhere to be a master. An Englishman's never so natural as when he's holding his tongue. In museums and palaces we are alternate radicals and conservatives. Thanks for watching.